Guys, this is terrible what is going on. I'm just watching this guy. Basically, he is a good YouTuber. He knows what he's doing. I'll put his video in the link below. I This is so disgusting what's going on. Uh, I recommend not streaming on Twitch because your say means absolutely nothing to them. Only Hasan matters. I mean, it's freaking garbage. I mean, you wonder why you're making no money. You can blame everything on Hasan. I'm literally not joking. Hasan literally, actually, you're going to have to watch the video. I decided not to. He stated that it was 6 hours, one day and 6 hours that the video basically was up. His ban was happening. And I'll just pass by. He only got banned for 6 hours. Hasan basically, it was right about there.
I'm not Mr. False Flag at all, but like every single thing.
False flag? What a pile of trash. What a pile of garbage. I have more love for humanity than this guy even ever has in his darn bones.
That he did in the aftermath of the shooting is so fucking crazy that it's like you could not have fucking designed a incident like this. You could not have designed a better false flag incident like this. I'm not saying it is a false flag incident at all. I'm not saying that. I think this is just a one dude who is genuine in his actions and maybe
Genuine? I would put this person who did this to death. I am not joking. There was no reason. These people were getting married. They are people who did not have any say in this. There was no reason. Oh, I'm going to take out these people. They're going to matter. All you're going to do is cause more damage. Literally. That's a terrorist. Hasan is a terrorist.
a little bit brain broken. Okay.
So the angle here he's playing in the aftermath in the 24 hours since yesterday has been very obvious. He's trying to spin this through many different tweets as his silencing, that he's being deplatformed for his brave.
What bull crud. A person called a person fat one day on Twitch and got banned for over a month or more. A simple word. I've been called fat many times. You hurt someone's feelings on Twitch and you're banned permanent. You could be banned for months or longer. Hasan can love terrorists, show them on his online, and they don't care. He could show mass pinning people to mass to afterlife. They don't care. I am literally not joking. He thinks he's just getting hurt. Uh, I'll just keep going down. You can watch the video actually if you want. But this is brain broken. I'll come in
jail. And of course, who's responsible for this? Well, of course, we know Dan Clancy. Hasan is his goal.
The head director of Twitch. This is the guy you get money from for streaming on Twitch. This is the guy who makes your life go from you making money to zero. And anytime Hasan is remotely harmed, just a little bit, he unbans him immediately. Even if the government tells them to permanently ban him, I can't hurt Hasan's feelings. I literally mean the platform is burning down to the ground.
Golden boy. He's done many ridiculous things to over and over again show his favoritism towards Hasan. Yes, this is a real clip, by the way.
Happy birthday to you.
What?
This is Twitch. This is the people who are moderating your guys' channel. They're singing a terrorist a birthday song. Happy birthday, terrorists.
The fuck?
Happy birthday to you.
Bro, we're never beating the Hasan Runs Twitch out.
This is beyond run. I mean, oh yeah, we're just singing a lie to a guy who loves seeing people see the afterlife. Oh, this is so grand. Well, the news is tell everyone that he's a terrorist. What we call that in the United States, prison time.
Allegations after this. This is crazy. Oh my god. Like,
There has to be people paying to make darn sure he don't see the behind the bars.
the most rabid Redditors just clip this and they're gonna be like, the most rabid Redditors just clip this and they're gonna use this permanently to be like, see, I told you, he's got banning powers.
Happy birthday, dear Hasan.
This is crazy.
Happy birthday to you.
So seeing clips like that, it is not surprising that despite 6 bans on Twitch, he's never received.
Most people are lucky if they get the 2 bans before they're permanently banned. If they don't just ban them outright permanently for no reason. They will give you 0 reasons that you will be banned off the platform. They won't even tell you the reason. They'll just ban you. It could be, I told some person a random word, or a word shows up on stream, and it's because you did not say it, you're permanently banned.
Received longer than a 7-day suspension, and the most recent one is only for 24 hours. Does that really surprise you? In fact, the last 3 have all been 1-day bans. I defy you to find anyone else on this platform who's had that many bans, and the last 3 have been.
It's gonna be, he could get 1 million bans. He could be banned every other week, and he'll still only get 24 hours at max. He could tell the president to have fun with him, like on his rear end, and they won't even ban him. He could say really juicy, gross stuff, and I doubtful they would do nothing. I'm literally not joking. At this point, they don't care.
Only for 1 day a pop. The favoritism is very obvious, but then again, that doesn't shock anyone who's been watching what's been going on with his account over the past couple of years. On top of that, we see some very, well, believable claims from XQC here that Twitch will sometimes contact their biggest streamers and work out a ban around their schedule. That is kind of the conspiracy theory here, where people are believing that Hasan had a scheduled day off, and they said, hey, why don't you serve your suspension on that day off? It doesn't seem too outlandish given the history of Hasan and his favorite.
Yeah, so you guys who are small streamers, bend over backwards, because they only cater to the very, very, very top 1%. I hate to say it, you better bend over backwards because they will literally love you. And I don't like saying them words. I'm trying to say it as best as I can with keeping that kid rated.
Over at Twitch, and also XQC calls out Hasan's chat for their actions during the reading of the manifesto, where they clearly were trying to show their support for the shooter.
When you're about to get banned, they send you a DM. Your partner manager will send you a DM and will contact you. Okay. And if it's like, oh dude, can we hold off until this day or whatever? Sometimes they'll listen. Okay. It wouldn't surprise me if they timed the ban so where like it would be as half day off or day off or whatever. It is what it is. That's just kind of how it goes.
This only happens to 1%. Literally. If I streamed, I got banned, it'd be immediately without questions asked. They won't even bother contacting. If you're at 1,000 subscribers, let's say some other YouTubers, you get banned, they won't even contact you. They will contact SGC because he makes money, but they won't even bother what they want. It'd be like, click, and your stream is banned, and you lose money. And even if you need that money to survive, they will cancel you immediately.
That's like, it's like a known thing. When I had my like week ban for like cheating or whatever, they're like, yeah, you're gonna get banned from this day. I just took it how it is, but I think there was like a conversation or whatever on yo, there's a week ban now, whatever. Or last time it was, oh, when you're gonna end your stream, you're probably gonna get banned. That's what it was. The one before that ban, it was, and I was like, okay, well then I'll stay live until fucking like 3 a.m. or some shit like that. Because I mean, also I think manifestos are cringe as fuck. The fact that Hasan had his Chinese emote mode, yo, if I was reading this shit and I was emote mode and the chat was saying hearts and sages, bro, I would delete my account, Loki. I'm not kidding. Bro, I would be so disappointed. I would actually just delete my fucking Twitch account and I would just find something else to do.
Yeah, as you can see, one of the biggest challenges for Hasan Piker is dealing with his own audience. He is so audience captured, he can't come out and condemn attacks like the one on the Israeli embassy in Washington, D.C., because his own audience will eat him alive. And he has gone on stream after the head of the ADL tried to link his rhetoric to the attack, and he said, chat, you guys need to lock in. You need to get it together because you're going to get me in trouble. He's self-aware enough to know that his rhetoric has produced a very radical community that is just going.
Yeah, and that was coming from XUC, who treats his chat as a portable money bank. Literally, he wouldn't even pay $4 for a ride, even though he has millions of dollars. And he's even better than Hasan. That's saying a lot. And also all the other stuff that XQC does.
Going out there and saying things that will reflect very badly on him. He's self-aware enough to know that's happening. That's why the other day, around the time of the statements made by the head of the ADL, he nuked his community Discord server, and in fact, he even locked invites. That is not the set of actions of someone who has nothing to hide. In fact, it makes him look really bad. And since then, he's gone even further. He has now reportedly deleted all of his VODs after being unbanned, which is very odd.
Yeah, I'm willing to bet there's probably another bunch of things. Problem is, they are copying everything because now, since he's a terrorist, they're going to copy it. Remember, Johnny Somali, who's a tiny little streamer, when people hate you, they're going to record your live streams all the time. So people will be recording Hasan all the time now. This will not stop it, the trolls. This will not stop him. He's too juicy.
Okay, you can see from his own page, he has nothing, no trace of anything he has ever streamed, and I wouldn't be too surprised if the same starts happening for some of the channels that are archiving his content. But the problem with Hasan is, of course, his outlandish and crazy rhetoric has already been saved everywhere. So it just makes him look very guilty. Or some people are also predicting that maybe this was the work of Twitch. Twitch wanted to delete these VODs in order to prevent more disaster heading their way from a PR perspective. Now, of course, Hasan had something to say about everything going on with this unbanning he received with this caption, "I lived, bitch." I mean, him living this situation, him getting unbanned in 24 hours, is like the same as someone living after stubbing their toe. Like, everyone...
This is nothing. This is not even anything. He did not lose anything. He lost 0. This is like me, I accidentally hurt my toenail. It hurts for 5 minutes at tops. Oh, I accidentally smacked my foot against the ground, like a little bit of wood. Nothing. Comparison to accidentally almost burning a hole through my finger one day because I was welding. That hurt. Or lighting my shirt on fire because the sparks that from the welder lit my shirt on fire. I'm not joking, it actually did happen. And then I went back to work right afterwards. It was a normal day, welding away, and then my shirt was flaming torches, and I wondered why it's suddenly getting warmer. And I looked down, my shirt is on fire. It only singed the hairs, and I went right back to work within 5 minutes.
Knew this was
And I live in the United States. I wasn't wearing a welding jacket.
going to happen. This is not surprising whatsoever. But a lot of people responding to this in the quotes and the replies had a much different perspective. You can see Chibi Reviews saying Twitch is actually doomed as a platform, which is a fair statement. They've been on decline for many.
Oh, and when my shirt was on fire, I looked down, I saw myself on fire, pat down my chest, told them, they gave me a different shirt. Of course, I'm a lunatic at the time. I went right back to work.
Years. They can't even turn a profit at this point. Their expenses are so astronomically high. They haven't figured out how to use their infrastructure in a even close.
Yeah, it's called banning Hasan and getting rid of the trash, and then sponsors will go ahead and get back on there. Go ahead and destroy your sponsors. Hasan is definitely digging a trench. Someone is paying.
To cost reductive way. They haven't found a way to do it efficiently. And with all of this negative PR, the adpocalypse currently happening on Twitch is only spiraled. It's gotten so bad that people who are making thousands of dollars of ad revenue a day through their streams are now making $10. Like the
No ads, because every ad company don't want to pay a penny. Oh yeah, Coca-Cola won't put an ad on there. The big names who will pay big money to put on say no. You got terrorists. You got Hasan. No, we're not going to spend a penny. So you're only going to get the bad ones who don't want to pay nothing. And if you do get Coca-Cola, they're paying pennies instead of hundreds.
The amount of advertisers that have left this platform is actually insane. This is 10 times worse than the YouTube adpocalypse or the several that have happened over.
And this is why I say leave Twitch and go to YouTube. There's no point. And also, I should mention all the dang bots. Biggest streamers except Yasmin Gold and some others are botting. I've seen many of them where you can tell a bot channel. Bots don't talk. And if they do, they repeat constantly.
Over there over the years. This one is just a complete pruning. Everyone's leaving. And honestly, as an advertiser, why would you want to stick with this platform? It's volatile. And you're not going to get much bang for your buck in the first.
You're going to be lucky if you make anything. I actually get more view and time off of my YouTube videos than I ever got off of any of my Twitch videos. Every time I stream, I literally dedicate myself for a month on Twitch. Streamed for hours on end. Got me one viewer. There was a time where I had a viewer constantly watching me, but that was quite a while ago. And thing is, and I'm a good gamer. I can slaughter anything I need to slaughter. But if you're not over 100,000, if you're not over 80,000 subscribers on YouTube, there's no point in streaming, even on YouTube. There's no point. Make videos, constantly make it. Do your job good. You make videos. And this guy, I'll be putting him in the link in the description if you did not catch that part. And I usually don't do this anymore because there's no point.
First place, given how this platform performs financially, at least in terms of their net revenue.
I only did this video because, or watching his video is because how bad this piece of trash is.
But this is an interesting one right here. This only goes to show that it's okay to support terrorism on Twitch. The funny thing about this statement is, it's half true. because it's actually worse.
Oh, it's only true to support terrorists if you're Hasan. If you're Asmongold or anyone else, permanently banned without second thought. You won't even come back. If XQC did terrorists, he won't have a channel anymore.
Worse. It's worse than that because not only do they turn a blind eye to terrorist sympathizers, they will only punish you under their related rules if you criticize terrorism. The only reason Hasan got banned this time is because he criticized aspects of the Shooters Manifesto. And they used their rule that basically says you can't talk about any of this stuff to give him this one-day ban with obviously the hope of trying to quell some of the articles and national attention that Hasan and Twitch have been receiving, especially over the past week or so, but I doubt that's going to work. Anyone who falls for this is an idiot, but then again, journalists are idiots, so we'll see where that goes. But here's another one saying, okay, everyone, I think we should all collectively move to Kick at the same time right at this very instance. You know what? I'll say it again. The greatest promotion
I would say Kick would be good and YouTube.
ever for Kick has been the existence of Twitch. Just Twitch doing what it does best and just destroying its own PR. They are pushing people over to Kick. That is a very...
Even Kick is not that good. Get your YouTube videos bigger and the more subscribers on YouTube if you even want to stream on Twitch. I mean, Kick or anywhere. Do not make any videos till you have a decent amount of following before you even bother. You're just wasting your time otherwise. Only if you plan to make them videos into videos. You will save thousands of dollars.
It's not a very legitimate platform.
And your sanity.
They're founded largely on gambling.
And also you'll be making more money because you built yourself up. Do videos, do shorts on YouTube and TikTok. You will grow much faster. And then live stream, and you will make far more money.
And basically having the most outrageous streams over there where pretty much there's no rules. It's kind of the opposite of Twitch.
Oh, and YouTube, you can make a lot of money too off of streaming. Just watch out what you're doing.
Twitch, where the rules are unevenly applied and there's a lot of favoritism. Kick is just like, yeah, anything goes. I mean, even people committing crimes are unlikely to get...
God's sakes, YouTube, you can make quite a bit if you know what you're doing. But you gotta love the art. Don't do this for the money. If you do, you'll get nowhere. Sorry, I keep looking over there.
Banned over there. But again, the best promotion for Kick is just Twitch continuing on with this BS that they're doing right now. Oh, here's another one. Whoa, posting Sam Hyde on a tweet related to Hasan. You're scaring him, bud. Slow down with that. But anyways, here's one from Sean here, who's one of the orbiters of Hasan. He's like a D-list orbiter. Like, he's probably even below Frogan at this point. He chimes in saying the rich get richer. I know this is supposed to be a joke, but that's like literally what's happening. Like, he clearly showed here that...
That's very true. Rich keeps getting richer because they don't actually have to spend their money to make millions now. The poor gets poorer because we have to pay for bills. If you stream when you're a small YouTuber or a tiny Twitch streamer, you'll make zero. But if you manage to grow your channel on YouTube, which all of them did, like XQC, he started on YouTube, not Twitch. And that's why he's so big. Asmongold, exact same. He became big. Even he had the story stated at one time he had started streaming and not told his viewers. And when he told his viewers, that's when his subscriber count skyrocketed on Twitch. There was even another streamer, there was another YouTuber. He had to even stream 1 minute on Twitch because he had over 80,000 subscribers on YouTube and told his people ahead of advance. The minute he started streaming a content, he was already partnered. I mean, he hadn't even got the videos in, and he had already got partnership within the first 5 minutes. No, within the first hour, he was already partner, and he had never streamed yet. But he had 80,000 subscribers on his YouTube page. I'm not going to say who it is. I prefer not to. First day alone, he was already partnered on Twitch. Because he had the YouTube subscribers. Because his YouTube subscribers went to Twitch and watched him there and gave him money. They couldn't sub to him, but they're giving his money the other ways they normally did. That's how big of how many fans he had. If I gone there, I get zero. None.
He has a lot of favoritism from the platform, and that no matter what he does, he's going to snake his way through it because Dan Clancy and the Twitch moderation staff have his back. So he's going to get richer from this situation. He's garnered more support from his actual fan base here and gotten more attention. Like, yes, that's exactly what's happening here, because the consequences that happen to him are nothing more than a slap on the wrist and free PR. And then you see Nick in the replies saying, "My king returns." And then he replies with, "Should I post a pic of me and Asmund to piss off the other half or nah?" Dude, you're better than this. I don't know why he's resorting to this over the past couple of days, this attempted attention on Twitch for no other reason than attention. I'm sure he has better things to do with his time right now. But another thing that's happening is, well, more articles. The New York Post, just as I'm recording this video, left-wing influencer Hasan Piker gloats as he returns to Twitch after being yanked for comments about DC Jewish Museum.
He loves communists, which love to take money from the poor and give it to the rich. Yeah, the U.S. government can be corrupt, but at least it's not as bad as communists, which you're lucky enough to feed yourself, and there's no food shelters or no places where you can get free food and help. Communists just take everything. The higher ups just take everything. They say they're for the people, but if you remotely tell the higher ups to find a hole in the ground, you no longer exist. But United States, you can protest the government, and nothing would really happen to you, except when you take it too far.
Museum.
And still, it'll be prison time.
Shooting. You know what? I'm glad they called him an influencer, right?
But if you take it way, way far, then I hope you love prison for the rest of your life, or the upper half part.
Like, that's worse than being called a slur at this point. Influencer is like the worst thing you could be called. But anyways, yeah, that's going to do it for this video.
Go to his channel, like and sub, and also sub to mine. Hasan is a pile of trash. He deserves... I can't say the words. You can imagine how irritated I am after I streamed so much on Twitch and had a headache dealing with it and loving YouTube. Actually, I've been playing Warframe like crazy. And I got another video which I have in the works I need to get done, and also other stuff I'm doing on the sideline. Otherwise, have a good day, guys, and see you next time. And this YouTuber, I made it. Bye.